Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. Hope you're all doing fine and welcome back to our grammar class. My dear students, today we are going to continue our topic simple present tense. In the last class, you learned the usage of this tense, means where should we use this simple present tense or which actions can be expressed with the help of simple present tense. Today, I want to tell you one thing, like had we been in the real actual class last time, you would have asked me, teacher, how can we write or how can we frame a sentence in simple present tense? Or simply you would have asked me, teacher, how can we identify whether a sentence is written or spoken in simple present tense? So my dear students, here I am going to answer your query. Here I need to tell you that for that purpose, we need to know the structure. If we want to write a sentence in simple present tense, if we want to identify a sentence, whether it is written in simple present tense, we should know the structure. My dear students, if we have to construct a house or a building, at that time we make a simple graph of that, like where we have to construct the building, from where we have to start, what we need to construct first. Likewise, if you are going to write a sentence in simple present tense, you need to know which word I should write first, then which word, and how should I conclude my sentence. So my dear students, here to ease up your job, I have given you the structure of this simple present tense. Means if you have to write a sentence in simple present tense, you have to follow this sequence or this structure. And the structure is, first you need to write the subject. Subject, you know, the person who performs the action or the person about whom we are talking, about whom we are speaking, that is known as the subject. Then, first form of the verb. And my dear students, you know verbs are action words, the words which express action. And then you can write the remaining words. But my dear students, for following this sequence, for following this structure, you need to remember three golden rules. Here, the first is singular subject takes singular verb. Means if the subject who is performing the action or about whom you are talking, if he or she is singular, if it is one, then you have to use a singular verb. And here, singular verb means the first form of the verb, but with addition of s, es or ies at the end. Singular subject takes singular verb. And I told you that singular verb is actually the first form of the verb, but with an addition of s, es or ies at the end. Now next rule is plural subject. If the subject about whom you are talking or about who is performing the action, who is doing the action, if the subject is plural, more than one, at that time you will use a plural verb. Plural verb is simply the first form of the verb and we don't add any s, es or ies to this verb. And likewise, the third rule is if your subject is I or if it is you, in both the cases you use the plural verb. That is the first form of the verb without the addition of s, es or ies at the end. My dear students, let me illustrate with the help of some examples. First is he goes to school. He, it is used for a singular male. So here actually verb is go, but we have added es. So it becomes he goes. Singular subject, it is taking a singular verb. He goes to school. Now next is I draw pictures. My dear students, I told you that if the subject is I or if it is you, in both the cases you take the plural verb. Like here the subject is I, we have used the verb draw. We have not added any s, es or ies at its end. So the sentence is I draw pictures. Next example, she cooks food. She is used for a single female and here you see the actual verb is cook, but we have added an s to it. Now it becomes a singular verb. So here she cooks food. Next example, birds fly in the sky. You see birds, it stands for so many birds. It is a plural subject. So here we have used the verb fly, first form of the verb, but we have not added any s, es or ies. So the sentence becomes birds fly in the sky. Next example, the sun rises in the east. The sun It is a singular subject. Now the verb is rise. But we have added s to it. It becomes rises, a singular verb, in the east. So the full sentence becomes the sun rises in the east. We run fast. We stands for so many. So we is which kind of subject? A plural subject. So with plural subject, we use the first form of the verb run, and we don't add any s, es or ies to it. Next, you look pretty. Again, it is you. Subject is you. I told you that if the subject is I or you take a plural verb. You look pretty. Look is again a plural verb. I teach English. Here I is the subject, so you will use a plural verb teach. No s, no es or no ies. Next is he lives at Howell. You see, he is a singular subject. Now the verb is live, but we have added s to it, so it becomes singular subject takes singular verb. He lives at Howell. Next, they play Ludo. You see, they is used for so many. It is a plural subject, and we have used the first form of the verb play. No addition of s, es or ies. So it becomes plural subject takes plural verb. They play Ludo. So my dear students, today you have learned the structure of simple present tense, means how you can write or speak a sentence in simple present tense. For that purpose, first you should write or speak the subject, then the first form of the verb, then the other words. But 3 golden rules you need to remember, you need to follow while writing this structure. While following this structure is singular subject takes singular verb, and singular verb is actually the first form of verb, but with an addition of s, es or ies at the end. Next is plural subject takes a plural verb. It is purely the first form of the verb. And if the subject is I or if it is you take the plural verb. That is the first form of the verb. Then I gave you certain examples like he goes, singular subject, singular verb. I draw. I is the subject, so plural verb. She cooks. She is singular subject, so we have added s to the verb. Birds fly. Plural subject, plural verb. The sun rises. Again, singular subject, singular verb. We run. Plural subject, plural verb. You look. Subject is you, so we have used the plural verb. I teach. Subject is I. We have used the plural verb. He lives. He is a singular subject, so we have used the singular verb. They play. They is the plural subject, so we have used the plural verb. Hope you have understood today's concept. It was the structure of simple present tense. So my dear students, take good care of yourselves. See you in next class inshallah. Till then, Allah Hafiz.